With the cost of gas continuing to climb, many of us are starting to think about how to plan for our summer road trips. And Dr. Jane Wayland with the UALR College of Business is joining us now to tell us how you can better prepare for your trip. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
A lot of people, this is a trend that's continuing. Staycations. Yes. Talk to us about that.
Well, when the budget, we don't have a lot of money, staycations is a little bit more important to do. It's a little bit less expensive. And of course, Arkansas is a beautiful state and we have surrounding easier venues to get to. So staycations are a way to save some money.
How can Arkansans begin to prepare for their trip as far as gas mileage and that sort of thing?
Well, first of all, I think you just need to plan. We know that the gas prices are going up, so therefore you just need to plan your budget accordingly. However, we don't know how much they're going to go up, and so it's always a little bit iffy. But there's a lot of things you can do. One thing you can do is go to and stay at hotels where you can use the shuttle to go to your venues, and that way you park your car once you get there and you're not using that or in stop and go traffic, because the more you use your car in stop and go traffic, the more gas mileage it's going to cost you and it's going to be higher. So stay at venues where there's a shuttle to take you to your vacation sites.
Probably the sooner the better you can start planning these tips that you're talking about is better, right?
Oh, yeah, certainly, because you know, hotels are going to start filling up. So you need to start planning in advance. You know, and another thing you need to consider is that if you're going to a major city, use public transportation. And sometimes you need to do the math. Is it cheaper to stay closer in, which usually is more cost for you per night to stay in a hotel, as opposed outside the city, like DC? You can get less expensive lodgings outside the city, but you're going to have to drive to your venues, and so you may not want to do that. But if you can be near the metro, you can take the metro in and just buy a day pass, and it's going to save you more money that way. But you do need to know, you know, is it cheaper to stay outside at a lower cost for the lodging, or is it less expensive really to go in and take the shuttles and use public transportation? But getting there is going to be the cost.
The economy, like we were chatting about, has improved.
Yes.
Some from where it was a couple years ago. So do you think that Arkansans are beginning maybe to venture out and not staying as close to home?
Well, I think everyone is ready for a vacation, but we know that with crude prices, when crude oil goes up, the price of gasoline goes up. When the demand goes up, the price of gasoline goes up, and in summer is a high demand. They always go up at Labor Day. I mean, you can always plot that. So we know that it will go up for us, and so you can plan that. There's a great place on the web to help you plan that. It's called gasbuddy.com. And when you get to the gasbuddy.com, there's a trip calculator. And what I like about it is you can put in your make and model. It tells you what your approximate miles per gallon will be. And then you put in your destination, and it will budget for you how much you can expect to spend there and return. And then it gives you less expensive places to buy your gasoline along the route. So you can actually plan to stop at a certain location and buy less expensive gas, because they've already plotted that out.
You think Arkansans are benefiting from these and actually doing these tips?
I don't know. You know, you've got to go out and find them, and you've got to take the time.
It takes
a lot of time. But we put more effort many times into planning our vacation than we do our retirement sometimes. And so what we need to do is just plan a little bit more and plan for that gasoline. We know it's going to go up, so just plan for it. It will take a bite out of your vacation budget.
And every little bit that you can save will be beneficial.
More souvenirs you can buy.
Okay, Dr. Wayland, thank you so much for coming in this morning and sharing these helpful tips with us. We appreciate it.